right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, and we're live.
Hey, good morning. Or good night, wherever you're from.
How we doing, boys?
We're
Good
doing
morning.
good. Doing good, Dante, you know? We're
Doing good for Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So,
Monday,
surviving.
snow on weekend, you know. That's
Last
what
day
it
of
is.
February.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Is next year the leap year?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let me look it up.
Is it?
Yeah. 2020 was a leap year, right? Yeah.
2024.
All right.
Yep.
All right, let's do this shit. All right, we got episode,
You guys ever see the movie Leap Year?
I don't think so, no.
Nice classic little rom-com with Amy Adams.
Amy
Yeah,
Adams?
good rom-com.
all right, fellas. Episode 378. Yeah, thanks,
That
man.
is
Appreciate
correct.
it. All right. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Dante over there is going to tell you what's going on. You got Dante. What the hell just happened? Hey, there we go. Now we're back.
There we go, we're back.
All right. You got Dante, Big Mike, and myself here. Ryan's over here. If you want him to start talking, we can drag his ass over here to start shooting the shit with us. So, yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Hope you all had a great weekend. We got a whole bunch of shit coming back for you this week. Dante, take it away. Tell them what's going on, please.
All right, so today we have a video dropping at 8 o'clock. It is Americans Take Soccer Quiz. So,
What the hell is that?
explain that to you, Nick, and to all the viewers here on Patreon. Thank you guys for joining us today, by the way. Me, Mike, and Kevin took a soccer quiz. Facts about soccer, whether it's rules of the game, different leagues, about players, tournaments, championships, blah, blah, blah. We took a quiz on that to see who knows the most about soccer. Spoiler alert, it's probably who you think it is. I'll just
Kevin.
keep it at that. Not me. So yeah, that was fun. You guys check that out. Comes out at 8 o'clock. It says so here. So make sure to turn the notification bells on YouTube. Subscribe to us so you get to watch it as soon as it comes out. And that's what we got coming out today. So you guys ready to get into some topics?
For sure.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Did anything of importance happen over the weekend?
Over the weekend. Well, we have a few things. We have a few things.
Baseball's not starting on time.
But there is one important topic we have to start off. Nick, you kind of jumped ahead there. The MLPA is meeting today, again, to negotiate a start time, to negotiate all these different things. And today is the deadline. So if they don't come to an agreement today, the season is going to start late, or there might be no season at all.
Which means that they're probably going to be lucky if they play by June. That's what's going to happen.
So do you think that this is actually, do you think there's actually a really good chance that the season just doesn't start on time or just doesn't happen,
No,
period?
it's definitely going to happen. They can't afford it not to happen. But I think, like I said, I think we could be looking at a 100-game season.
Yeah, from what I've read online over the weekend, excuse me, they're still pretty far away.
So this is what I'm reading right now. So they had a meeting yesterday, the 80th day of the lockout. The MLB called it a productive meeting while union officials said the sides are still very apart
Yeah.
on significant issues.
Someone tweeted out blah blah blah, like they're getting close, something along the line. I don't know the actual words for it, but and then I think it was Zach Britton or some player tweeted back like, this just isn't true. Like he was just straight up like, no, we're not even close.
Yeah, because I guess the MLBPA had a proposal, or the MLB had a proposal, and the MLBPA was just straight up like, this is not what we're asking for. Like, I bet Johnny's he's explained this a lot better than I can ever explain it, but it just seems like the MLB is just trying to bully the MLBPA and just holding all the leverage here, and it's saying it's our way or their highway, which is not how you negotiate things, not how you go about something like this, but that's what they're doing. So reading this article, it says the biggest issue remains the luxury tax, with the two sides last exchanging proposals that left them a total of $204 million apart. The union is seeking a luxury tax of $245 million in 2022. It increases up until $273 million in 2026. The MLB's last formal proposal was $214 million this year, and then $222 million in 2026. So that is a $50 million.
Down is what's happening.
Yeah, the MLB does not want to pay as much as the MLBPA wants them to. It also included stiffer tax penalties than the last collective bargaining agreement, charging 45% for crossing the first tax year, 62 on the second, 95 for the third. Now, if you ask me what any of this means, I have no answer for you.
It pretty much means, again, not that I'm any kind of an expert at this by any means, the MLB wants to cut payrolls
Yes.
all across the board.
Yep.
So all this talk about, spending spree, based on what you just said, the entire thing is shrinking before our eyes.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. And then the next thing that it mentions here, too, is hold on a second. So for the minimum salaries in 2022, the MLB is offering $640,000. The union wants it at $775,000. The MLB wants a 14-team playoff format. The MLBPA wants 12 teams. So there's a disagreement there as well. Also, the whole lottery thing as well, they're not agreeing on that. I think the union wants so I think the union wants the first 6 picks in the draft. It's kind of up to lottery, kind of like how NBA does it, I guess, where it's not based off of the worst record, so they can stop teams from intentionally losing to secure top draft picks. So that's also something that they're disagreeing on. And then one other thing to close out money, then because I think this is really it, the MLB offered to provide a bonus pool of $20 million for pre-arbitration players, and the union is seeking $115 million.
Well, you're a little off.
So they are off by $95 million right there.
Oh boy,
I mean,
that's a wide gap to try to close.
When they say you're not close, they mean it.
yeah, it doesn't seem like this is. I mean, I feel like at this point it would take a miracle for something to be agreed upon today, unless the players are so desperate. Because if they don't start the season, the MLB isn't going to pay the players. That's also the other issue. So.
Other than the MLB owners aren't making no money with people going to the stadium either.
It's a lose-lose regardless, because it's just such a bad look
and
for the
TV
sport.
money won't be coming in because there's going to be no games to be put on TV.
Right. It's just such a messy situation. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, they're meeting at 10 a.m. today, so in less than 2 hours, so we'll know soon. And there have been meetings that have lasted no more than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think actually there was one that lasted like 15 minutes a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, like, God knows what'll happen today. Hopefully there'll be good news, but
Yesterday's was almost 7 hours, so at least they must be getting somewhere.
they met for 7 hours yesterday.
For 7 hours yesterday.
Wow. Well,
Sounds terrible.
maybe it could be 7 hours again today.
Imagine
Maybe
spending 7 hours on a Sunday doing that shit.
I can think of a few better things I'd rather do on my Sunday, to be honest. Yep. Oh my God. I wanted you to get it on your own. But yeah, so that's what's happening today. So keep your eyes out for that. Meeting soon, meeting shortly, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have a full season of baseball this year.
We're talking baseball, the Mickey and the Duke.
Next topic we have, sticking with baseball, a fan favorite in Atlanta, a very popular name, Freddie Freeman, might be leaving Atlanta. So there is a growing belief that
Going to
Freeman,
New York.
he will land somewhere outside of Atlanta because of the standoff in his negotiations. They offered him $135 million over 5 years, and Freeman was looking for a 6-year deal, more money. Negotiations just haven't been going well. And then this quote, I think this is from a ESPN's Buster Olney, I think.
Only?
Well, how do you pronounce
Olney.
it?
Only?
Olney? Olney?
Only.
Olney, okay. Buster Olney.
What's only?
Only. No.
What's the L though?
I know.
Yeah, before
only.
the N.
It's not only. Switch the N and the L. Only.
Only.
No.
Yep. Only. Fuck
All
it.
right. Buster.
Fuck it.
Buster reported.
What's the only?
No.
Buster Omelet.
Only.
Only. Oh. So I was saying, oh.
Olney. No, you're saying
I'm saying
Ol-
oh. Knee. Old knee.
Yes. There.
Oh, my knee hurts.
Yes.
Got it.
Perfect.
Say
But-
that out loud.
Only.
No.
Oh. I said oh. Oh.
All right, but then there's no L after the N.
Old knee.
Yes, there we go.
Old knee.
Wee. Okay. So Buster
Oh man.
says, I think the Braves will move quickly to sell on an alternative and move on to get past the conversation. Once the lockout is over, people expect him to be the first domino to fall. So once he decides where he's going to go, then everyone else will decide where they're going to go. The Dodgers, the Yankees, and Blue Jays are teams that have interest in Freeman if he decides to not resign. So, that being said, do you guys think Freddie Freeman's going to be staying in Atlanta, or do you think he's going to chase the money elsewhere? I mean, he got his ring.
Get the fucking money.
He got his ring. He's been in Atlanta for his entire career.
His whole career, yeah.
How many years is that? I'll tell you in
Gotta be at least 10.
one
Yeah.
second.
I think he's
maybe
gonna end up
not.
staying in Atlanta.
Maybe a little bit more than 1 second. Hold on a second. He has played there for 12 years.
Yeah.
I have to focus on this camera. It's awful right now.
That's it's tough to 12 years is tough to be like, nah, I'm out. I mean, that's your whole life. Your kids. I mean, he's at what? How old is his kid? 7 or something like that.
Young,
I don't even know.
very, very young.
Oh, younger than that. I don't know. I think he stays. I think they figure something out.
I mean, I feel like the Braves kind of owe it to him at this point, kind of spending your career,
Yeah.
winning you a championship,
You would
winning an
think
MVP
so.
as well.
If he resigns with them, they will retire his number.
Yeah.
I think they're already gonna.
You
Got
think
the
they're already going
got
to
the
retire his number?
championship. Yeah.
Alright. Well, we'll see what happens. We will not be finding that out for. I mean, it all depends on what happens today
Yeah.
when we find out about this. So, all right. Next topic: Joe Buck. Is he going to ESPN?
JoJo.
So, will Joe Buck follow Troy Aikman from going from Fox to ESPN? So Troy Aikman.
I thought
left-
Troy Aikman was going to.
Huh?
I thought Troy Aikman was going. Was he?
He's
He's
going on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, Troy Aikman's going.
Oh,
yeah, he left Fox. Yeah.
I didn't know he was going. I thought he went to the Thursday night with like Amazon or some shit.
No, I think
who's
it,
going on Amazon.
no, I think it was Monday Night Football.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
So Joe Buck, I lost my. Joe Buck is currently he has 1 year left on his contract with Fox. He's making $11 million a year. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Good for that guy. The expectation is that Fox Sports will allow Buck to listen to ESPN and their offer and stuff like that. I'm not sure how that stuff works with contracts, whether they just free him of his contract to let him go or something.
Either that or ESPN has to pay them something.
Buy him out.
To buy him out, yeah, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, it's looking like Joe Buck may be following Troy Aikman to ESPN. Buck plays to millions more than you hear and sometimes on ESPN. Blah 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 blah. Do you guys want to hear Joe Buck on ESPN with Troy Aikman, or do you think he should stick with Fox? Because this is kind of just speculation.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this a lot on Thursday. It's whoever that. I mean, they're good together. If they get someone that's good to go along with Joe Buck, then just have him stay. I don't know. If Troy Aikman's gonna be the main guy on ESPN, that's gonna be weird.
It's if he goes to ESPN, he would be giving up the ability to call 2 Super Bowls in the next 3 years because ESPN, ABC is not in the rotation for Super Bowls for a few years. So I guess that would be the one major downside is not calling the Super Bowl. But
I think Joe Buck's gonna stay.
money talks at the same time too. So
Get someone good with him. Have him stay.
who was the other? Was it Al Michaels or something that they say might go to ESPN, or he was gonna leave wherever he was?
Well, Al Michaels is like just kind of like retiring soon.
Gotcha.
Mike Tirico stepping in because Al Michaels is old. He's like 70 something.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of Mike Tirico did a few Sunday night games this year. Al Michaels just kind of took a couple weeks off,
Gotcha.
so they're kind of they're sliding him into that role. I think he's still gonna do a few games, but not as an extensive schedule.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Sticking with another football topic, we have Sean McVay. He turned down a potential $100 million TV deal to return as the head coach of the Rams.
That's fucking crazy. I would have took that fucking $100 million and been done with it.
Now, I didn't even understand. I didn't even realize how much steam there was, like how much smoke there actually was around him leaving the Rams. Like as soon as they
Oh, it
went,
was
people
real.
were like he's gonna retire and stuff like that. And
Oh,
I
it
was
was
like,
real.
why? He's young. Why would he leave?
Get burnt out. Some people get burnt out faster.
I feel like he hasn't even really been in the NFL for that long though. He's 36. I mean, I don't know when he entered the league, but I feel like he hasn't been in the league for more than 5 years.
Some people are different, though. I don't know. Well, he also said
guess.
something about he wants to start a family. He doesn't want to be that father that's not there. Or
His girlfriend's an absolute rocket.
He has a very attractive girlfriend. That
I
is
mean,
very
he's also
true.
a very attractive man. May I say so? If I say so myself.
Yeah, that is very true. So the Rams, what is this deal? So he and Amazon were going to meet next week, and Amazon may have gone as high as 5 years and $100 million. Rams obviously have stepped up with the raise from his reported $8.5 million. So he did sign a new contract with the Rams. How much that contract is worth, I'm not sure, but it is definitely a pay raise from what he was making before.
would have made way more on Amazon. Wouldn't have had the nearly much to work.
Still would have made more with Amazon. That is 100%.
Way more.
A lot more. I mean, $20 million a year just for broadcasting. I mean, that's pretty good.
I think he would be annoying on a. Are we still talking about Sean McVay?
Yes.
I think he'd be annoying on a broadcast.
You wouldn't like him?
Nah.
Do
Have
you
you
think
heard
he'd
him in
be
his
too analytical?
Have you heard him
too,
in his
like-
post-game press conferences? He has like a photographic memory. He like can
Oh.
name every single play from like whenever it's ever happened. And like when, obviously like when he does that, I don't get annoyed in that scenario because it's like kind of cool. But if he's gonna be that analytical, it's almost like Tony Romo.
I
It's
was gonna
almost
say,
like that.
yeah.
Like I think it'd just be like too much.
Mhm.
Plus, dude, you just won a Super Bowl. Go defend your Super Bowl.
What was I think it was I think it may have been the Pro Bowl, or it was at some point when the playoffs were going on. They were doing an interview with him, and they like asked him about a play against the 49ers like however long ago, and he had it down to a T.
Yeah, it doesn't forget anything.
Like that's nuts. I don't know how people can have memories like
Yeah.
that where they can just remember like.
A lot of magnesium in that head.
You can just look at something. Like my stepdad always told me he had a friend in high school that when he would take tests and stuff, would never study for anything, whatever. Before the test, he would just open up his book, just look at everything, close it, and he would get A's on everything. Because he
Must
just
be nice.
remembered everything he looked at. I wish I had that.
I don't remember what I fucking did.
I wish I don't know what
never.
I did to deserve having the complete opposite.
Yeah,
but, you know,
seriously.
Because I probably
fuck?
have the worst memory out of anyone,
Oh yeah.
which is awful. But
Few
hey,
concussions, you know. That'll do
can't
it.
relate to that.
Okay, never mind.
Maybe I did. I don't know. So yeah, Sean McVay coming back for at least another year, defend his title. I'm sure that deal will be there for him too whenever he does decide to retire. To be honest with you, so
Yeah, like you said, he's only 36. Plenty of
he's got
life left to figure that out.
plenty of years left.
I will say this though.
Yes.
It does say something about a guy like Belichick or a guy that's coached for a lot of years that he's 36 and he's already thinking about retiring,
Mhm.
and Belichick hasn't even sniffed retirement yet. He
Right.
hasn't even thought about it.
Yeah. I mean, like we
He's-
said earlier,
The guy's 70 years old.
some guys are just different, I guess, different mindsets. I mean, that's just how it goes. All right, so Pat Mahomes, he had his bachelor party this weekend, and guess who wasn't invited?
His
Corvette,
brother.
Corvette.
His brother.
I mean, why would you invite?
He
That
was
kid.
out in where was he?
Where's the bachelor party? Somewhere probably.
It was in
sick.
Vegas.
Yeah, makes
It
sense.
was in Vegas. He was with his teammates Travis Kelce, Jarek McKinnon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Orlando Brown. They were at Carver's Steak, drinking 100-year-old Louis VIII cognac.
Say that one again.
Cognac.
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 Bad words.
That bottle must have been a few grand.
This article says they were, quote, sucking down some tequila in front of the Resort World Las Vegas's 100,000 square foot LED screen, which featured a photo of him and his wife, soon-to-be wife. She also had her bachelorette party. Great, good for her. Bachelorette party.
Sorry,
What?
I had a fuck. I thought you said bachelor party first.
Oh, no, she had a bachelorette party. He had his bachelor party.
All right.
While all this is going on, Jackson, you might think, oh, maybe he wasn't invited to Pat Mahomes' party because he was going to his girlfriend's party. Nope, he was nowhere. He was posting pictures on Instagram captioned "broken, sad, and disrespected" after all these photos were put out by TMZ and stuff.
I guess Jackson Mahomes isn't the best man at this wedding, huh?
Oh, whew. I mean, isn't it like a thing where all right? I know, like, if you have a brother, like, it's meant to be like he's your best man stuff, but is that like a requirement kind of, or is that just kind of like?
No, we've
Not at
seen
all.
we've seen plenty of mug orders that, like, you see the person's last name, say it's Adam Wright, and then some other guy's name is Dave Wright, it's a groomsman, and then there's some other name that's best man. So.
Interesting. I always thought that, like, that was just kind of like it just had to happen that
Not
way.
if you're not close with your brother.
Yeah, I guess so. So maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But he also made another photo that says, "I hate the media. It's destroying my life."
Dude, oh my god.
This
Don't give him the satisfaction, Michael.
I can't stand this kid. I'm not gonna say anything.
no TikToks were made this weekend. That's
Oh
all.
darn it.
Huh?
Oh darn it.
Oh,
I really hate
he
this kid.
had no content to post this weekend.
Oh, no
Poor
sad
guy.
content for you, Jackson. You piece of fucking garbage.
He's so fucking annoying.
So annoying.
I bet I wonder what his teammates think of him.
I think they could care less.
Yeah.
I wonder if they asked Pat Mahomes, like, don't invite your brother.
You can't do that.
They probably do. They probably do. It gets so annoying, dude. Literally nothing good comes from wherever he is.
They also, Dwayne Bacon says he's like 20 years old, so maybe he couldn't because he was too young. But
No,
no,
I-
he can
I
still
think
go
we-
to Vegas.
I think we looked this up. I think he's old. He's like 23 or 22. Oh, it's 21.
Is he
Okay.
21?
Yeah.
Let me see what I can.
Maybe
find.
his parents said don't have him go here because he can't handle it. Could be.
Maybe.
Oh,
I
can
don't
anyone
know.
actually handle Vegas though?
Oh shit! His birthday is close to mine. Fuck.
Damn, you guys are besties.
Ugh, yeah, he's turning 20.
Well,
He's
we-
actually older than. No, he's not older than me. He's turning 22 in May.
Do you know how old you are?
Sometimes I forget.
Me too. Sorry.
Sometimes I forget.
Getting old, Dante.
Getting up there. Getting up there,
in
Nick.
age. Let me tell you,
It's not fun.
day after 30.
It hurts
fuck.
getting out of bed. My back's starting to hurt a little bit.
Ugh.
Everything's starting to hit me all at once.
Ain't that the truth?
I don't know what's going to happen when I hit 24. All right,
Nothing
everyone
good.
in the comments saying it's not required. They haven't had their brothers as best man before. All right, I'm glad we cleared that up. I don't have a brother anyway, so I'm not going to have to fucking worry about that. All right, college basketball. There's a lot of great games this weekend.
Yep.
I think the top 7 or 8 teams in the country all played away. And the top 6 teams in the country all lost this weekend.
Yeah.
So let me pull up the games that happened. I know
Coach
Gonzaga
K,
was one of
right,
them.
Coach K is almost done.
I
Thank
think,
God. I hate Coach K.
What do I even?
I'm so sick of
You're not a
seeing
big
that
Coach
guy.
K guy?
No, I hate him. Dude, he literally, if his team's not good, he either pulls out because of COVID, that was so fucking stupid. And then the other years where they're not good, he just like fakes a back injury and makes someone else coach so he doesn't take the losses on his record. I hate Coach K so much. He's such a pussy.
All right, so we had number 23 ranked team St. Mary's. They defeated Gonzaga on senior night. You had what other team? Kentucky, number 6, lost to number 18 Arkansas. You had number 5 Kansas lose to number 10 Baylor. You had number 4 Purdue lose to unranked Michigan State. I think that was on a buzzer beater. There was one crazy buzzer beater. I think it was Florida State. This kid hit a half-court shot or whatever it was, and it was nuts. The college basketball games on Saturday were wild. Number 3 Auburn loses to number 17 Tennessee. And then last one, number 2 Arizona loses to unranked Colorado, and they lost by 16. Most of these games were close, but number 2, they lost by 16 points. So,
Best time of the year.
March
It's upon us.
March is starting tomorrow. March is here. March Madness is right around the corner.
Hell yeah.
And there's this stat, ESPN Stats and Info goes, since the AP poll, which I think AP is the ones that makes the standings, since they began in the late 40s, there have now been 1,800 days at least one top 5 team lost, 300 days since at least 2 of the top 5 lost, 40 days where 3 of the top 5 lost, 3 days since 4 of the top 5 teams lost, and 1 day all 5 lost. So this is the first time in history that all top 5 teams lost on the same day. Pretty wild. So if you had like a parlay going, and you had all the
Crazy parlay.
underdogs, probably made some good money off of that. Probably made some good money. I'm excited. I love March Madness. I'm an
awesome.
NBA fan. Don't get me wrong. I prefer NBA more than college, but there is nothing better than March Madness.
Nothing beats it.
Speaking of that, we're going to have to do brackets in here.
We absolutely will. I have to defend my crown because I'm the one that won our bracket last year by the grace of God. I don't even think my last team. Did
Who
I?
won last year? Like, who won the championship last year?
Whoa.
Is it Virginia?
What I say earlier about my memory, it's not good.
I mean, I have zero idea.
Baylor won. Yes, they beat Gonzaga in the last game.
Could have fooled me.
That's what it was.
Baylor?
It was UCLA, Gonzaga, and then Baylor Houston was the Final Four.
What?
Yes, that's what it was.
I don't think I ever could have picked that one in.
And I had
7
Gonzaga
years.
winning, and I still ended up winning. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. I mean, I remember last year. I think it was the first day we had the TV set up down here. We watched some games. We did a little live stream. We'll definitely be doing that again as well. So keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, first 2 days they're so fun. Games all day.
That's the thing with March Madness is like, what's so great about it is the difference between college and NBA. When you're in the NBA, you're in the NBA. Like, you made it. If you're in college, man, especially the tournament, it's 1 game elimination. Some of these guys are playing for their career. Like, it's just like
Some of them, it might be the last game they ever play.
Exactly. So it's like you are really just like pouring your heart out. You are putting it all on the court and hoping that, your team continues to go on. Your draft stock goes up. You get to see another day. And like, you just see the effort out of all these guys. Like, they literally play like it's their last game.
Survive in advance.
It's the best time of the year. It really is. So very excited for that. I don't know when exactly it starts. I know they still have to do the whole ranking, the seeding stuff. I think it's the first week of March they do that. So that'll be happening soon.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. We'll see what happens. We'll get our picks in very soon. Okay, so a little bit of NBA news, not too much, just a little bit.
I'd like to lead it off.
Go ahead.
The Golden State Warriors can all go fuck themselves for what they did to me yesterday.
Oh, no.
They were well on their way to their team over of 110 points. They decided to score about 6 in the fourth quarter. I'd like to call for each one of their heads and fuck all of them. Continue on. I don't want to hear it, Big Nick. The answer is yes. Continue on your NBA talk.
The Golden State Warriors scored 13 points in the fourth quarter yesterday.
I stopped paying attention to the game after the third quarter because I was like, oh, this is an easy team over. Nope. They didn't even get they got 101. You fucking kidding me?
You know who did hit yesterday, though? Elio.
I don't want to talk about
Our
that
main
either.
man, Elio.
I get way too excited with hockey. I just got to stick to that one bet.
Dude,
I'm getting
Mike,
killed.
Mike, here's the thing. I do that bet, and it's great. Then I decide to go off and do my own stuff, and then it never worked. So, like, I still profited, but, like, it could have been a lot more if I
did
just
not.
listened to him.
Yep.
So I'm with you on that, 100%. But
anyway,
NBA,
NBA.
a little different, different from this. James Harden made his debut for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, how'd it go?
And let me tell you something.
Looking pretty
Him
good.
and Embiid, they're the best duo in the NBA.
Oh,
They're only
boy.
played 2 games together, but they
Oh boy.
they are unbelievable. So first game, Embiid had 34 and 10. Yeah, 34 and 10. Still keeping his whole MVP thing going. That's not going to go away. Just because they got James Harden, he is still going to be a top MVP candidate the rest of the way. James Harden had 27 points, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds. Shot 7 for 12, 5 for 7 from 3. Super efficient. Even Tyrese Maxey, the second-year point guard, had 28. They won by 30 the first game. Okay. They play the Timberwolves. They're a good team, not the best team. Okay. They played the New York Knicks yesterday. Close game, nothing crazy. And then fourth quarter comes, start to blow them out. Joel Embiid finishes with 37 and 9. Joel Embiid went 23 for 27 from the free throw line. Most free throws in his career. James Harden finishes with 29 points, 16 assists, 10 rebounds, 5 steals, 8 for 14 from the field. Tyrese Maxey had 21 points, 7 rebounds as well. They win by 16. I mean, there are 2
Preach, Dante.
different
preach.
types of players. James Harden has not had a great reputation over the year of being a winner, as being someone that you can necessarily put on a winning team that can help lead you to a championship. But I think now, I mean, he's said, as soon as he got traded, he's like, I just wanted to be in a place where I'm surrounded by winners. I don't really understand that comment.
You were just with Durant.
Because you were with 2 former NBA champions, guys that do know how to win. But regardless, he is on a team where he is motivated. He's playing for a coach that he respects, Doc Rivers, and he's playing with an MVP candidate. Their 2 games are meshing very well. I was watching a little bit of the game yesterday. The pick and roll between Harden and Embiid is nearly unstoppable. Like, I don't think it's – Embiid said after the game yesterday it's incredible because I've never not been double teamed. Like, all year, and I mean, for most of his career, since the Sixers don't really have too many offensive options, especially with Simmons, guys don't have to worry about him on the perimeter. He gets double teamed a lot. You get him in the post, he has to pass it out. Guys are going to come collapse on him. Now that you have James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, who almost averages 20 a game, Tobias Harris, who also almost averages 20 a game. This team is just loaded up with scores. They can't just focus in on one guy anymore, and that's what makes them. That's what's going to make them so good, and that's what's going to separate them from the pack in the Eastern Conference, at least. I just think, I mean, they didn't play 2 of the best teams, but the way that they look, I mean, it's going to be hard for this team not to go far. If they don't go far, it's just going to be an internal collapse. Something's going to happen in the locker room. But from how it looks so far, they're looking pretty damn good. So that's what I have there. I'm very curious to see how the rest of the season plays out. But they look pretty good so far. So I'll give it to them. And the Celtics played yesterday. They got smacked.
By who?
The Indiana Pacers, who are 20 games under 500.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
they've been
It's always a good sign.
since the start of 2022. I think they've won 15 of 17 games. They've only lost the Pistons and now the Pacers. It wasn't gonna happen. It was one of those games where it's like you're playing a team that isn't great record-wise, and you are better than them, but they're also a team that could pull off an upset.
You play to their level, and that's
They-
exactly what happened.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I will say the
all the time.
Pacers. So they traded for Tyrese Halliburton on the Kings, the young point guard, and Buddy Hield, and those 2 guys have been doing really well for them. They did well yesterday. I mean, Buddy Hield hit 2 half-court shots in the first half. So I mean, once I saw those going, I was just like, yeah, I know how this game's gonna go. So that happened with them. All good though, and I don't think. Neither of those 2 teams that I mentioned play tonight. The Celtics do play Brooklyn on Friday or Saturday, excuse me. They played them this week, so that'll be interesting because it's going to be Ben Simmons' first game most likely, and Kyrie in Boston for the first time. this season. So
Ooh.
That's right. He can play there now because we took down the
Yep.
the vaccine mandate.
Kyrie can't play in Boston, so that'll be and that's
Oh,
gonna,
no. I aggravated my groin in practice on Friday. I'm good to go on Sunday.
I'll tell you what.
Wouldn't surprise me if it happens.
I'll tell you what. Last year, all right, whatever. Like, you play a lot, you have the excuse of being hurt. Okay, this guy hasn't even played like 25% of the games this year. He has no excuse. If there's an injury excuse, that's bullshit. You know it's bullshit.
Is he gonna sage the place again before he
Bro,
goes
I
on?
would.
You going to the game?
Honestly, I didn't think about it. I might look. I mean, tickets are only like $70, to be honest. I might. It's at 1 o'clock.
on Saturday.
Oh, I can't. I can't this weekend. Emily's coming up.
Aw. Oh. Huh.
What? Honestly,
Pretty
hold
early
on.
to ask on a
Hold
Monday,
on.
but I'll get it
I
out of
do-
the way now. Do you love her? Just hitting my quota for the week.
You coming early this week?
I am.
Coming early this
Hey,
week.
you brought it up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's on me.
My wife. Oh no.
I won't lie to you. That was really loud in the headset.
If you're not awake, you're awake now.
I'm awake
Oh,
now.
shit. That goes right to your ears? That's on me.
No, you're good. You're good. It just startled me a little bit. That's all. I should have known better. I will say, I do have to drop her off at 1 o'clock at the airport. The game's at 1 o'clock.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna be right there. Maybe, you know what?
I thought you said the game's on Saturday.
It's on Sunday. I got the days mixed up. They're on Sunday. Good. We'll
Good.
see.
Hey,
All right,
you
gonna
good.
keep my my
Good.
day open there. All right, done with the NBA. Mike, this topic's for you. Hank the Tank.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
He
We're in the
is-
clear, baby.
He is free after DNA evidence proves that he was framed.
We have exonerated Hank the Tank. Thank you to modern science.
So who did it?
There's
Multiple bears.
he got framed for 3 other bears' wrongdoings. They, like Dante said, they used DNA evidence to confirm it, and our sweet boy Hank is free.
Is he out in the
So
wild still?
I don't know. I hope he's still terrorizing a home or two every now and then, but
Not too many.
no, but not too many.
Just enough to fly under the radar.
yeah, mixing a pizza every now and then. He's always welcome over on
He's
the
a
East
black bear,
Coast.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, 500 pounds, big guy.
All right. I know what animal fact of the day is going to be in honor of Hank the Tank.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty pumped. Oh, that's a big crack. I'm pretty pumped about it.
I think a lot of people are pumped because we just saved ourselves another Harambe episode.
Oh,
and we all
man.
know what happened the first
That
time
shit
around.
was still bullshit, by the way.
And we as a country we're not ready for it.
Harambe, you thought that was bullshit, Nick? Harambe
Oh, it was fucking bullshit.
getting killed?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
He did nothing wrong. He
Did
was,
No.
nothing wrong.
he was
Kid-
protecting the child.
It was the kid's fault
The
for going in there.
parents' fault for not watching their kids.
Fucking gorillas are endangered species.
Yeah, people don't know. People don't understand.
That gorilla left
Crisis.
his wife there. My wife.
I love it. I love it because it's not like, and no disrespect, it's not a great impression. It's just your version of it, and it's phenomenal. I think it's better, to be honest with you. I think it's better. So I didn't. All right, I'll be completely honest with you. I wasn't here the day that you guys were really going off on Hank the first time, so I didn't really know too much about it. Apparently,
Supposedly he went into like 50 homes.
yeah, he went to a bunch of homes, but I'm looking at the way that they tried to like get him. They deployed an arsenal that included paintball guns and tasers in unsuccessful attempts to deter him from returning to the gated community he appeared to develop a fondness for. They were cracking down. How can you not crack down on a 500-pound bear? How did it take them so long to like find him? Yeah, so this whole story is crazy. I really wasn't that up to date on it as much as you guys
Oh, yeah.
were. To my apologies. I
All
should have
over
been
it.
more been more over this, but
We're good though. We figured it out.
it's good to go. It's not one bear; it's multiple bears.
Yep.
So maybe they should figure that out.
Yeah,
There's
maybe
a
the
bear problem.
Yeah, maybe we should stop framing other bears for other bears' wrongdoings. Like probably get a hold of that one.
And the last sentence of this article goes, "The plan is to now trap and relocate any habituated." Wow, habituated.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, we'll just go with that. relocate any bears to a new location away from populated areas where they can happily do bear things for the remainder of their days.
Yeah, you can't do
Bear
bad things if you keep
things.
fucking taking down their habitats.
Do bear things, yeah.
I don't know what bear things consist of, but yeah, I'm with it.
All right,
Happy for Hank.
good for Hank. He roams another day. So,
Yeah, but
Nick, I know this topic isn't really going to be much for you because you don't drink, but Mountain Dew has now made alcohol.
Yeah.
Mountain
Hard
Dew,
sodas or
hard
Seltzers?
Mountain Dew.
I won't be trying these.
you know what?
Yeah,
Casey's
you
gonna
will.
do. Casey's gonna be making you try this for some fucking thing.
We're definitely going to try it at some point.
I heard they're not that good at all. But whatever.
I'm not a big Mountain Dew guy, personally. I've never really been into Mountain Dew.
Eh,
Baja
used to be.
Blast, a Taco Bell,
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah,
But
well,
Not in the
um,
Mountain Dew business.
not in the Mountain Dew business, not for me. So they have, what are the flavors we got? Black cherry. This is 5% alcohol, by the way. Black cherry, 0 sugar. Keep that in mind. Original, so I guess just
the green Mountain Dew.
the green Mountain Dew. Baja.
They have Baja Blast.
Wait a minute.
And probably like Code Red, right?
And then watermelon.
Oh.
But this is their first launch. I'm sure that they will be making more in the future. I guess the watermelon one, they're describing it as it's what you'd get if you dissolved a Jolly Rancher in some Mountain Dew. So
Okay.
that sounds enticing. I'm
This does.
I'm
this
not
does
gonna go out
entice
of
me
my
at all.
way to get it. I'm not. But if I'm somewhere and I'm offered one, maybe I'd try it.
I'm so off of the fucking hard seltzers and shit. Like, you know, when you overdo something, you're just I can't do seltzers.
It's
anymore.
more of a summer thing. Like when the
Yeah.
summertime comes around, I'll definitely be on White Claws and stuff
Ugh.
like
Ugh.
that. It's so easy to go
White
down.
Claws are so gross,
They're
dude.
so easy. What's your favorite? What? I know you
can't do
said you're
White
not
Claws.
you're not into seltzers right now, but what would be your favorite seltzer?
I can still do High Noons.
High Noon.
Yeah, High Noons are good.
I've
They're
had
just
them.
expensive as fuck.
They are expensive for just the 4-pack. What is it,
Yeah.
like $7-8 or something like
Yeah,
that?
I think it's like $8.
There's only one liquor store near me that sells
12, it
them.
might be $12.
I got on the train late for that, but they
High
were
Noons.
pretty good. The ones that I had.
Yeah.
But during the summer, I mean, like when you're out on the boat, you're out on the beach, you're drinking a lot of beer, you get bloated, you're not gonna be feeling too good. With the seltzers, though, for me, it's a little different.
Corona and a lime.
Nothing better. There's nothing better than a Corona and a lime.
Cannot beat it.
There is nothing better than that. I will admit to that.
Find your beach.
Find your beach. So yeah, new Mountain Dew's out. Check that out if you're a big fan of Mountain Dew. I'm sure we're gonna be doing a review here at some point.
Yeah.
I can imagine that's gonna be happening. All right, we have one more topic. What do we have today, Nick? Is today
Animal fact of
This
the
is animal fact. Okay, cool.
Animal fact today. I'm gonna do in honor of Hank the
Hank
Tank.
the
We're gonna do
Tank.
the black bear.
Beautiful. All right, so we have this. This is a topic that I found. This is something that I saw over the weekend, and something that I thought was very, very interesting and cool to talk about. So, scientists find brain. So there was this man in the hospital that he was dying, and they did a scan of his brain during his last few minutes, and the results they found suggest that our lives really do flash before our eyes when we die.
Ooh.
So
Don't
let
like the sound
me
of that.
The fuck does
let
that
me
mean?
explain that to you. So you know the saying like life flashes before your eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there
you
have
just see
been
everything.
conspiracies that like when you die, your brain still goes for like an extra 7 minutes, and it's kind of like
Yeah.
a recap of your life. Nothing really to prove that, just kind of like just people assuming stuff like that happens. But they actually did the test here. So rhythmic brain wave patterns were observed, and they were similar to those occurring during memory retrieval, as well as dreaming and meditation.
Oof.
So this supports a theory known as life recall, that we relive our entire life in the space of seconds.
Ryan?
In the space of seconds, like a flash of lightning just prior to death. In fact, the brain may remain active and coordinated during and after the transition to death, and may even be programmed to orchestrate the whole ordeal, according to researchers. And there's pictures, there's all these different scans and stuff they showed kind of backing up the evidence or whatever. But this patient was He was in the Vancouver General Hospital in British Columbia. They did double EEG recordings. I don't know what that stands for.
EEG.
The EEG recordings from his brain before he eventually underwent a fatal cardiac arrest. R.I.P.
RIP.
That's a fucking
EEG.
awful way to go out.
Tough way to go out. But this guy allowed them to do what they had to do some research here. So God bless him for that. EEG is a method of recording electrical activity of the brain that involves electrodes placed along the scalp. Yeah, I could have told you that. They measured 900 seconds of brain activity around the time of death and set a specific focus to investigate what happened in the 30 seconds before and after the heart stopped beating. They saw changes in a specific band of neural oscillations, so-called gamma oscillations, but also, okay, I'm not gonna try. Basically, brain
They
waves.
saw certain brain activity that lines up with what they're
Mike,
looking for.
I couldn't have said it better myself. But yeah, so all these things showed memory retrieval, and the brain may be playing a last recall of important life events just before we die, similar to the ones reported in near-death experiences. So,
Ugh.
we got a little more information on what's happening to us before we die. That's very, very fascinating, if you ask me.
I agree. Fascinating and scary.
I did my senior year of college. I had to take so my minor was sociology,
Mhm.
and I basically just had to take classes for that.
I thought you went to school for journalism.
I did, but my minor was sociology. My major was journalism. Minor was sociology. Funny story, I originally was minoring in marketing. Took one math class, dropped it 1 month after I started.
Same.
Look at where you're at.
And look where I'm at now. Like, I would have even needed that in the first place. Anyways, so I had to take a bunch of sociology classes, and one of them was called Death and Bereavement, which is just basically about death and very morbid stuff, but stuff that it's good to understand and have an understanding of. Whatever. So you had to
Paying to
pick
be
a
depressed, I guess, huh?
yeah, it wasn't the best class. It was pretty sad, but it also happened. This was my last semester, so it was during the pandemic. I basically just freeballed it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
But so my last report was I had to pick a book, read it, and do a 5-page study on it, whatever. And I picked a book about near-death experiences, and like this guy that went around and he just talked to 50 different people that had near-death experiences and just kind of like got their story of it and like what they went through, and almost all of them had very similar like accounts and like experiences, just whether it's seeing a light, talking to a person, like just experiencing events that happened in their life. It was very like interesting stuff. And I'm not like, this is no way like pushing like religious beliefs. Like some people believe they saw God, Jesus, all that stuff. And
You
people
hear about that, though.
no, but people describe it differently. People like they refer to it as, to keep religion out of it, they refer to it as a man, the man in white, or like a big white light kind of. And they kind of described it as like a light at the end of the tunnel, and like they were kind of like approaching it. And some people described it like once they got to it, that's when they woke up, or like it was approaching. Super interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, stuff like that kind of just makes you think about what goes on up here. when you're
Yeah, it's
going
very,
through
very
stuff.
interesting. A lot we don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. But studies like this helps us get one step closer.
Yeah.
To finding out that stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But all right, so that's what we got for topics. I'm gonna go through the comments real quick, Nick.
I'm going to grab my phone so
and
we
you
can get a
can
little fact.
get going with that. I don't think he put it in here, Mike, but I'm gonna ask you because we always do it. What are your thoughts on the Bruins this weekend? They won yet? Did they play yesterday or Saturday? They won.
I don't even know. Let me check. They play tonight. I know that.
I think they played.
I
on
haven't even been
Saturday.
paying attention to them. I've just been paying attention to hockey.
I'm with you there,
They beat the
brother.
Sharks on Saturday, and then they beat the Kraken on.
Both those teams are ass. So
Yeah, they've got the Kings tonight. They're on their little West Coast swing, and then tomorrow they have Anaheim. I mean, they should win. We'll see.
we'll see.
They're favored at the Kings tonight.
Dwayne Bacon, question for Dante. What are your predictions for NBA awards this season? Right now, I'm trying to think. I'd probably go Jokic MVP, Tyler Hero 6th man. What other awards are there? Six-man defensive player of the year. I'd probably go Giannis, and the other ones I'm not really too sure about yet. Nick Wyatt in the chat goes. This one goes out to Big Nick. On Thursday, he was talking about how he hit a deer, was shook up after. I've hit 11 deer, and it doesn't get much better. You've hit 11 deer?
11 deers? You've hit the whole fucking Santa family.
You hit the yeah. You took out the.
No wonder why Santa's not real anymore.
What the? Fuck?
Can't even get down here.
You might as well like probably stop driving and like figure something out if you hit 11 of them.
Dude,
Probably should have done that after hitting 2.
You got awful luck. Or those
That's ridiculous.
deer
Where the
have
fuck
awful
do you
luck.
live, dude? And
Yeah,
literally,
11
like,
deers?
You realize how hard it is to
hit a deer?
I don't even think I've seen 11 deer in my life. You know, so in Webster, I never see any deer ever.
Never?
Come
Come to Charlton.
Never. I go to when I went to Quinnipiac within the first like year, I saw one and I was like freaking out. I was like, I've never seen a deer before. My friends were like, thought I was crazy, and I'm like, I have genuinely never seen a deer before. It was wild.
A lot of deers at Bearzona.
I have a funny deer story that I can't say on camera, but I will say after.
I know that's like crazy.
Let's see what else we got here. Did Big Nick pee himself last week? We never got the answer. Of
Nope, it was a false alarm. I thought I did, but everything is flowing smoothly.
Perfect. that was absolutely wild when that happened. Do you think Cam Newton will be a Hall of Famer?
No.
Are you fucking
Who
serious?
asked that question? Kick him out of the chat.
Trevor.
See, Trevor.
Trevor, I had to say it, man. I mean, he's only won one NFL. Ryan says he's only won one NFL award and lost in the only Super Bowl he appeared in.
He's not even gonna sniff the Hall of Fame. He's not even gonna.
I
come
could
within
see him getting
1,000
into.
miles
I
of
could
it.
see him getting into the College Hall of Fame.
Oh, I mean, he's one of the best college quarterbacks of all time. I would hope he gets in the college Hall of Fame. Wow, one more question. This one is also kind of blasphemous, Dwayne. I don't want to put you on blast here. Do you think Giannis is above Tim Duncan all time? Is he the best power forward ever?
That's blasphemous. Fucking blasphemous.
Tim Duncan's a top 10 player of all time. Tim Duncan was, I mean,
He
listen,
could get there at the end of his career. Could.
I think there is definitely potential that he could, but right now there is just no shot. I'd probably put Giannis top 3, top 4 power forwards. I can't put him above Dirk yet. I might be able to put him above Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was nasty in his prime, but he never won anything. Giannis has won a few awards. But Tim Duncan, I'm not comparing the two because they're two very different players, two very different team situations. You want to talk about greatest players of the 2000s? You can make a very fair argument that Tim Duncan was more dominant than Kobe Bryant in the 2000s with the Spurs dynasty and everything like that. I mean, 5 rings. He has a 70. I want to look up his win percentage because his win percentage is he has a better win percentage than most franchises. He has more wins.
Yeah,
I just heard that.
back in sternum.
He has a 71% win percentage in a 19-year career. You know how fucking
insane.
impressive that is? He has
Holy
more
shit.
wins in his career than the Minnesota Timberwolves have wins as a franchise.
Oh boy.
Listen, Giannis is great. He's an extraordinary talent, but he is not better than Tim Duncan.
No.
Not yet. He's got ways to go. Tim Duncan was special.
Thank God you showed me the picture. I honestly was starting to not believe you.
All right, Nick. Whenever
All right.
you're ready, the floor is yours.
All right. As everybody should know by now, we are going to be doing in honor of Hank the Tank. For Animal Fact of the Day,
Sir.
we are going to do black bears. I've got 12 amazing facts. Buckle up.
What do you know about black bears?
Let's see what you know about black bears. How big are black bears? Great question.
500 pounds. Some.
No, that's not normal.
The black
Like
bear
300.
is the smallest yet most common of the 3 bear species found in America,
Okay.
after the polar bear and the grizzly bear.
Okay.
They're still pretty big, though. Black bears' weight varies enormously depending on age, sex, and the time of year. Black bears can be 30% heavier in autumn than they are in the spring. As a result, Adult black bears can weigh anywhere between 45 and 250 kilograms, according to one study in California. Adult female black bears weigh an average of 58 kilograms, while males weigh 86 kilograms on average.
All right.
I'm just reading what the thing
I
says.
hate-
It just says fucking kilograms.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. You made a comment saying that they're the third largest behind grizzlies and polar bears. So polar bears. I never imagined them being.
Have you never seen a polar bear before?
No. Why would I see a polar bear?
You ever been to a zoo?
Not many times. Maybe I have. Anyway.
Fucking polar bears are enormous.
yeah. So they weigh anywhere between 800 and 1,500 pounds.
They're the most dangerous
massive.
bears. They're the most dangerous bears. They're fucking.
Are you shitting
They're
me?
massive.
Wow. I didn't realize they were that big.
San
dude.
Diego Zoo. Shout out San Diego Zoo. Saw polar bears there.
I'm gonna
Fucking
have to
things
ch-
are massive.
I'm gonna have to check out one of these zoos then.
Fucking. Hey, you know what? Maybe Lumberland goes to a zoo.
Nick, a Lumberland Goes series. If we went to the zoo, I'd have a fucking time.
I'm just saying.
We'd have so much fun.
Hey, let's do it. All right. So that's that for that one. Second fact: where do black bears live? Great. Another great question. Black bears are only found in North America. The species range from Canada in the north to Mexico of the south. It lives periodically in forest, feeding off fruit, nuts, shoots, and vegetation. Across their entire range throughout North America, black bears are thought to have a total of around 800,000 species in North America.
Huh?
That's good.
All right.
Not endangered.
Not in
Not endangered. That's good. A grizzly bear versus a black bear. Who do you got?
Grizzly bear's way bigger.
Grizzly bears tend to live in more open areas, while black bears prefer densely forested mountains regions. But there is still considerably overlap between the two. If a grizzly bear and a black bear were to get into a fight, you should definitely put your money on a grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are significantly larger, significantly more powerful, and significantly more aggressive. A black bear might be able to put up a fight, but he sure as hell is not going to win. All right. Can black bears climb trees? Another great question. Black bears are excellent climbers and are often photographed scaling trees. Their claws give them great grips, and their branches offer youngsters safety from predators. Cubs can be very adventurous, climbing high into the treetops, just like Snake.
Oh,
Sitting
look at
there.
them on trees. They're so cute.
Dude, I
Oh
hate
my
how cute
God.
bears are. It's not fair.
It's
not
so
fair.
unfair. I'd love to, like, have
Just
one of
wanna
these as a
hug
pet.
Can black bears swim? Black bears are also good swimmers and will readily enter water in search of fish. Black bear cubs take to the water easily and quickly. One of my favorite black bear facts is that one adult is believed to have swum 9 miles along the Gulf of Mexico.
Look at this picture.
Yeah,
This little bear in this little pool.
It was fucking adorable.
Yeah,
God damn.
They're so cute.
A black bear's lifespan. Black bears live on an average of 18 years in the wild, but a record is as impressive as 39 years.
Wow.
The oldest captive black bear was 44 years old when he died. How fast can a black bear run? Black bears tend to shuffle along slowly when walking, but are able to run at speeds of 40 to 50 kph.
God, these fucking European systems.
Yeah, what is
Give us that
what's
miles
the
per
translate?
hour here.
Huh, what'd you say? What?
40 to 50 kph.
Okay. Let's see what that translates to.
60
That-
miles an hour? Is that? Am I going the opposite
We'll
direction?
just go 50. That translates to 31 miles per hour. 50
wrong one.
translates to 31. 40 is 24. So 24 to 30 miles per
I
hour.
could run fast. I could swim and climb trees. How the fuck do you get away from these things? Play dead. Is this a play dead scenario?
Yes.
If it's black, if it's
Grizzly
if
bears,
it's
they
brown,
say
flush it
definitely play-
down.
yeah.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Black bears, you make a ton of noise.
Yeah,
You
you're supposed to
scare
like,
them.
ah!
And then brown, you get down.
Brown bears are good. Oh, you're fucked. I thought you said you're fine.
I mean, let's just be honest. Any kind of bear, a polar bear, a grizzly bear, a black bear, a brown bear, a fucking sun bear, you're fucked.
don't get near
You're,
it.
you're fucked.
Just don't get
Absolutely
near it.
fucked.
I'm never gonna be near a bear in my life, so
I'm not a wilderness guy.
Arizona. Big Mike, well,
Oh,
you know,
Mike, I
do
got
it
some
right
big
there.
news for you when we're done off the show.
All right, I got 2 more quick facts real quick. Are black bears always black?
What kind of what?
That's the
If
question.
if this is a no, I don't-
Wait, I'm so. All right,
it's gonna be no. They're not.
Despite their name,
Yeah.
black bears are not always black.
What does that mean, though?
They can also be light brown, blonde, or even gray.
Then they're brown bears or gray bears.
A species of black bear with white fur known as the
Known as the polar bear.
Kermont or spirit bear lives in British Columbia. See? There he is. That's a black bear.
What?
Are you sure that's just not a polar bear?
Can you show me?
It's just a picture. It looks like a picture of a polar bear.
That's just a polar bear. Dude, that's not a black bear.
I would love to be like the scientist that goes up to that and be like, this is just a white black bear, not,
He's
not
trying
a
to
polar
trick
bear.
us. He's trying to- you thought you got me this time. Nope. I know your tricks.
All right. Here we go. How many cubs do black bears have? Female black bears can give birth to up to 6 cubs, but typically have 2 to 3 and are usually breed every other year. Cubs stay with their mother for about 18 months before venturing out on their own. And this last but not least is in honor of our friend Hank the Tank.
Hey.
Why do bears steal human food?
Because they're
Oh,
hungry.
Black bears will leave the forest and travel many miles to seek food. Enter back gardens and campsites. They have an exceptional sense of smell, leading them to seek out food items in rubbish bins and outdoor storage facilities. They are also perfectly capable of breaking into cars.
huh.
Yeah. And then there's the last two real quick. Hunting black bears and what should you do if you see a black bear? Should I just read these real
Yeah, I
quick?
would like to
for
know
it,
what I
just
need
in
to do
case.
about the
Okay.
black bear if I see one.
All right. First, we're going to go to the hunting black bear one real quick. According to the Born Free USA, black bears can be legally hunted in 27 states in America. And between 40,000 and 50,000 bears are legally hunted each year. But more illegally poached. And many are killed in car accidents as well.
Car accidents. Your
Car
car's
accidents.
got to get destroyed if you're hitting a bear, too.
Who gave a bear a license?
This fucking
I will
guy.
say this. I'd rather hit a bear than a moose. Fucking moose would kill you.
Well,
Yeah, you have no shot against
Yeah,
a moose.
that's fair. Yeah, I think you have a better shot against a bear. Didn't you see a bear at your house once?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see it. My neighbor.
But there was
saw
a
it.
picture.
Neighbor,
You
yeah,
showed
it
me
was
the
a
picture,
bear. It
that's
was a
what
black bear.
Yeah.
Black bear. Might have been Hank the Tank for all we fucking know.
Could have. This guy's walking around all
All
over
right.
the country. World
Now,
tour.
what should you do if you see a black bear? If you come across a black bear at close range, and usually advice is to retreat slowly. Still facing the bear, never take your eyes off of him. Do not run. Black bears are known to make mock charges within a few meters. If they do this, stand your ground and shout. You realize that your first reaction is to fucking run.
Yeah, I'd say go and try to climb a tree or something, but I guess they're
They climb
extraordinary.
trees too, so you're fucked.
Yeah, so I mean, no matter what, you're screwed here. But all right, well, if you come across a black bear, now you know what to do. Thanks,
All
Nick.
right, that's what a Louisville Slugger's for. Here
Yeah.
we go. All right.
right.
That's all we got time for today. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn your notifications on. We will be back here tomorrow, and we will have an update on what's going on with the MLB. That's a wrap.
Later.